If opening a jar means asking for help, you're in the right place. Today we are making jar openers that actually work. Now I will show you 4 different versions, including a no-sew option, and I will have timestamps listed below so you can jump around the different versions. So the materials you'll need for today's project is non-adhesive rubber liner and quilting cotton fabric and basic sewing essentials. Okay, so the first version we're gonna make is this one. This is the square in square quilting method where the center is the rubber backing. Okay, for this method, you will need 2 squares, one measuring 6.5 by 6.5, and then 8.5 by 8.5, a 6.5 square of the rubber backing. So we're gonna have the rubber backing and then the 6.5 square facing down. I'm going to secure my fabric and I'm going to sew all the way around a 1/4 inch seam allowance. My stitch length is 4. A lot easier if you put the rubber backing on the bottom of your sewing machine. It tends to sew a lot easier. Now we're going to make an X inside this square that we just sewn. And we're going to separate, and we're going to cut along the line that we made. We're going to cut into the X. Be careful not to cut all the way, but at the top, don't go through that stitch. I do like to press these sides just so I can get it flat. You don't have to. In order for me to press it, I will put a fabric over the rubber and then press it. Now we're going to cut our corners so it'll make sewing a lot easier. And we are going to line up the other fabric. This is face up and this one is going to be face down. Clip our fabric, leaving an opening so we can turn it out. And now we are going to sew all the way around. I'm going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance and leaving this area open to turn it out. Now we're going to snip our corners. And now we turn it out. I like to use my fingers to get the corners. Fold that opening. I'm going to sew this at 1/8 of an inch seam allowance to close it. Okay, version 1 is finished. I do like this one because there's some patterns in the front that you can see. It's a little bit decorative. Is it my favorite one? I don't know. For the second version, you're going to need a 6.5 inch rubber lining and a 6.5 inch quilting cotton face down. I like to pin this, especially because it's the rubber backing. I don't want my machine to snag. We've pinned it all the way around, leaving an opening to turn it out. My stitch length is 4 and I'm going to sew at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, now we're going to cut our corners to reduce the bulk. And turn it out. Now we're going to top stitch all the way around, closing that opening in the fabric. We are also going to stitch an X on the fabric just to make sure that everything's secure. Okay, version number 2 is finished. This one is much simpler and easier to sew. Let me know if you make this one. Okay, for the third version, we have another 6.5-inch square with another 6.5-inch lining. This time I actually have 6.5-inch by 2-inch strip. And this is to make a loop with your jar opener. So this is optional if you don't want to use this. I thought it would be nice to have a loop so we can hang it on something. Turn this face side down and fold in the edges and press. Now that we've ironed our loop, we're going to top stitch on the end. We're actually going to top stitch on both sides. We have our loop and we have our rubber liner and our fabric. This one's going to go face up and we're going to attach our loop. Now I'm going to place our loop right over there and we're going to just sew this right across right now. And make sure everything's lined up. And sew this right across. Okay, so now we are going to sew all the way around completely at a 1/4-inch seam allowance. And now we're going to top stitch an X on the fabric. With pinking shears, we're trimming all the way around. This is just so that the fabric wouldn't fray, not cutting that loop that we just made. Here is the third version. Okay, so now for the easiest version ever, the no sew option. All you need to do for this one is cut your desired piece of rubber liner. It could be a square, it could be a shape, whatever shape you want. Just a rubber liner would do. You don't need anything else. But if you want to hang this, all you have to do is fold it on a diagonal and then just trim a little hole in that diagonal and now you can hang it. Bam. There you go. So for the hanging version, I don't have an area off my kitchen where I can hang things, but I found if I just place a magnetic hook on my refrigerator, I'm able to hang this. To use these items, I actually need to use 2. I cannot use 1. I've seen some people use 1 to open a jar. That's talent. I don't have that talent. I need 2 to open a jar. I need to hold one at the bottom and hold one at the top, and then you're able to get a grip. I usually cannot get a grip ever, especially during winter with my winter hands, and I'm always asking my husband for help. But this has saved me so much. Whichever version you make, even if it's the easiest version ever, enjoy the process of making something new from start to finish and let me know what you want to see me make next. Thank you so much for watching. I actually like this one the best, believe it or not. And it's probably because it's laying really flat.